Welcome to the first compliance weekly sync for 2025. It's the 7th of Jan, and first order of business is to go through the closed issues, which we don't have a lot. So I think the last one we went through was the create GraphQL mutations. The next one is update external streaming destination name uniqueness, which is with Andrew, but does anyone else know about this?
I do, I
Yeah,
forgot.
so basically, moving to new destinations. So earlier in the existing tables, we have this uniqueness on the name of um, each kind of destination. For example, for your instance level Amazon destination should have a unique name. But now, since we are unifying them in a um, single table. So the uniqueness should be on the and name and category.
Yep.
So that was.
Cool. And do you know about this one as well? Create migration to point new destination to old destination models.
Uh, yes, so for migration of data from existing tables to new tables, we do need a reference from the old tables that which destination ID does the record in the new table points to, so that uh, in in case we need to make the two tables consistent, this will help us. In case of any updates to the new old tables, we can make the update in the new tables by referring to this uh, ID.
Perfect. That makes sense. So that's it for the closed issues. Is there anything else on the board anyone wanted to chat through? Just as reference, this is the final week for any merge requests for the milestone.
So there's this issue for uh, for creating tables for compliance requirement controls. So there were two MRs for that. One is already merged and the other one is pending for merge. The pipeline already passed, but because of some reason it did not got auto merged. So I have cancelled the auto merge, ran the pipeline again and set the auto merge again. So hopefully it will get merged today and the issue will get closed today.
Perfect. It'll be great to get that controls table out in 17.8, this milestone, so we can do the APIs and front end work for that. Cool. All right, so next I'll go to the planning issue. 17.7, that sounds old. That's not the right one. 1 second caller. 17.8, that looks better. So first we had the compliance framework MVC. Hitesh?
So the tables are almost merged for the requirement controls as well as the project control status. And I was working on an API for listing relationship between controls and the security policies associated with a single requirement. So and I think Harsimar is working on the other GraphQL API for creation of the link between requirement and security policies.
Right, and next is the external customizable controls with Sam.
Yeah. I recently opened an MR for the ADR for this effort. Still some feedback that I need to process on that.
And the next one's with you as well with the migration work.
Yes. The pop-up was merged. It was behind the changelog for a while. I will verify today myself because I'll be recording a demo.
Right. And Ilya, the Compliance Center improvements, the speed work and start development on the hierarchy list.
Yeah, regard speed walk is put to review, and hierarchy listing, I started investigating how I would like to have it as a GraphQL API, because having a deep recursive tree inside of hierarchy listing, which displays multiple kinds of entities like groups and projects, is a bit hostile to the GraphQL representation of the things. So I'm still figuring on how this is should be done in terms of GraphQL API. It's probably the first time in the previous year when I missed that. Hey, why do we can't have a good old controllers now?
Yep. Next is the consolidation, Hitesh.
So Andrew has created these two MRs for migration, for linking old tables to new tables, and he's currently working on moving the data from old to new.
Great, so that sounds on track. Engineering metrics with Sam.
That one hasn't seen any progress the last couple of weeks.
And then Hasima with the sales work.
Yes, so I recently sent a logging MR to see what kind of scopes we are using to create audit event. And there is only one instance where we are providing wrong scope, which I also fixed in a recent MR. And now I will start working on the BBM. But I think it will go in next milestone because only 2 days are left for the first release candidate.
Going, we can make it.
Yeah, I would try, but let's see. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. And then next on the agenda to go through the release post and discuss any blockers. So the only one that we have at the moment is the release post for the speed up work. And based on what you said earlier, it sounds like that's on track.
Yeah, we are still have an intention to ship it this milestone.
Nice. Is there anything else that we might want to release post for from anyone else? No? Cool. No design QA updates today, and just the one discussion point, which was from me. So I put in at the end of last year, Ian and I Ian created a 3-year vision recording for the foundational work, based off the foundational work that we're doing at the moment and where we're trying to go to, how the OST tree fits into that, and then what we're trying to build on top of this foundational pieces with the compliance framework, MVC, the migration work, and a lot of this other work. So please watch that, and it'll give you a great idea of our direction over the next year or 3 years, but definitely what we're doing and trying to achieve over the next year, and what we're trying to, and you'll see how all the work we're doing fits into that. Anything else that anyone wants to discuss? Otherwise, I'll stop the recording. Oh, wave to the camera.